Hi, my name is Jae Jung. I'm the refinery market manager at Alfa Laval, supporting our customers in refinery industry.
And I am Viveka Laike, and I also work with customers in this market as a refinery business developer. In Alfa Laval, we work hard to create long-lasting relationships with our customers, not only supplying a simple piece of equipment.
That's right. One good example is a recent project at a pioneering refiner in South Korea. They have 520,000 barrels per day crude handling capacity and the country's highest rate of heavy oil upgrade. For this project, the customer wanted to revamp one of their crude distillation units. Their goal was to significantly increase the crude handling capacity while keeping their 5-liter capacity untouched. Following a pinch study, they saw this would involve bringing in new heat exchangers as well as relocating existing heat exchangers. The most critical and difficult piece of puzzle was bringing in high-efficiency heat exchanger technology, which would make it possible for the customer to reach the target pinch with very tight temperature approach. Compactness was yet another value, as the customer was already suffering from space limitation.
At Alfa Laval, we have supported many refineries to improve the efficiency of their plants. When using the Alfa Laval Compabloc technology in your crude pre-train, it means that you can maximize your heat recovery with a fewer number of heat exchangers. Thereby, you will reduce your pressure drop. And that means, in turn, that the load on your fired heater and your final cooler and your crude feed pump will also be reduced. As a consequence, you can operate with this higher capacity to a minimum investment cost. And by using low fouling heat exchangers, you will also keeping this higher efficiency for a longer run length.
Our Korean customer was familiar with these benefits, as they have solved their high fouling problem in their CDU pre-train by replacing shell and tube heat exchangers with Alfa Laval Compabloc heat exchangers. As the customer was happy and impressed by performance of Compabloc heat exchanger, they have contacted us to use our solution in their revamping project.
Fortunately, the refinery came to us early in the process. This allowed us to optimize their crude pre-train. By designing the process around the possibilities the Compabloc offers, they could take full advantage of the technology and maximize the efficiency of the process design. Designing the process in this way, not using the conventional technologies, allowed them to make use of all these benefits. So what was the result then?
By involving Alfa Laval early in the project, it was possible for the customer to achieve all project targets and even get additional benefits. They have increased the capacity by 23%, while the furnace duty has been reduced. This means the crude handling capacity has been increased significantly. However, there has been no investment made onto the furnace, which would have been yet another big investment. On top of that, by using Compabloc as overhead vapor condenser, it was possible for the customer to reduce the pressure drop in the overhead system, which means they have lowered the pressure in the distillation column. This had further reduced the furnace duty, but it also has provided better separation efficiency, which means the customer could produce more value-added products at greater quality. Now let's hear from our colleague Jong-Yeon Woo from Alfa Laval Korea, who has been working with this customer for a long time. Jong-Yeon, please introduce yourself.
Okay, hello, my name is Jong-Yeon Woo. I'm the sales manager of process industry businesses in Alfa Laval Korea. It already has been more than 10 years since I have started working with the refinery customers. The first reference we have supplied to this customer was in 2010 to BTX and crude preheat train application. Since then, we have been expanding to various positions in this refinery, providing solution to process and energy optimization.
Which people in this refinery are you normally working with?
We are working with various departments in the customers. We work with process people from the start to understand the needs better and to propose optimum solution, especially for process, energy, or emission-related projects. Sometimes The customer may focus on specific heat exchangers for performance improvement. Then, we provide the solution through cooperative study with support from process experts in the central organization.
How do you make sure that the customer involves Alfa Laval early in the projects?
We always try to make us be seen as the partner to talk to, a trustworthy partner. The customer can talk about any idea or headache to us, and we visit the customer regularly and listen to the customer. We provide continuous support to the customer, including following up the performance of heat exchangers regularly. In parallel, we visit the customer and share ideas and headaches bidirectionally, through which we support the customer in idea generation phase long before any project has been started.
What has the response been from the customer since the revamped CDU started to run?
The customer has been so happy when the project has been successfully finalized and all the targets has been met. The positive impact onto the distillation column made by the lower pressure drop in overhead condenser was highly appreciated, which made the customer replace the overhead condenser of another CDU to Compabloc heat exchanger, where they have seen the same benefit.
Are there other refiners in Korea doing the same thing, inspired by this customer success?
Of course, since energy and emission saving is the hottest topic in refinery industry, we are actively working on joint studies for process optimization with other major refineries in Korea. And the customers are very much interested in this study and cooperative to Alfa Laval.
Thank you, Jong-Yun. Together with the process team manager, this full success story has been presented in an international refinery technology conference. The big benefit for the customer was the combination of increased capacity and improved energy efficiency. Their energy intensity index had been significantly improved after the revamping project, which is far below industry norm. The result has allowed the customer to reach world-class level of profitability among refiners. Thank you.